Hello everyone, this is Maxim from Elementor, and we're going to try something different today. Let's have a first look at ShopEngine. So this is a newly released kind of pack for Elementor to customize WooCommerce. It's from the makers of ElementsKit, a kind of popular add-on for Elementor. And they just released this very recently. I got the email this morning. So for now it's free. So let's just have a look and see if it's something that's worth our attention, at least for now, and eventually maybe our money. Let's first have a quick word about the competitors. So they are a competitor to, well, a similar plugins are Elementor, which is kind of the same idea. You can customize the cart and checkout pages, the account pages, and there are extra elements, extra features. Another plugin is that's similar is Elementor, and people always get those two confused. So there is Elementor and there is Elementor. So let me show you clearly what's the difference. Elementor and Elementor. Those are not the same. I think Elementor is better. I think it's a bit less buggy. Actually, I tried to do a complete tutorial about Elementor at some point, and I never published it just because it wasn't working. So for now, I would not recommend it. But I think maybe some people have had success with it, so I wanted to mention it as well. So there is Elementor as well, which is the same idea. You can customize the smart checkout page, they call it, cart page, a few other things. And then we have, of course, Block, Jet Builder. So it's the same thing with it. You can have custom checkout and cart pages that they added recently. I believe they added this recently, but the Builder is not recent. It's been there for a while. You can create single products, all kind of stuff. Mostly it's very interesting for their integration with the jet filters. So let me show you in this screenshot. So you can have the filters on the left, and then on the right you have the products display. So that's I think that's a main attraction for this. I had a quick look at the demo for their cart, for example, and checkout pages customization, and that's their own demo. So as you can see, it looks pretty close to what Elementor, what Elementor and also what WooCommerce looks like by default. And if we have a look at the checkout page, it kind of looks very similar to a normal WooCommerce checkout page. I don't really know what customization is supposed to have been done. I think the actual case is not very good at all. So those are a few of the alternatives. There are actually a few more, but those are the main one. So let's just test out this ShopEngine plugin now and have a first look. So here on this website I have a very fresh WooCommerce installation with the demo products, the dummy products. It's all straight WooCommerce at this point. I haven't even customized anything with Elementor really. Even the theme is the store theme from WooCommerce. Yep, so let's have a look. So now you see it looks quite kind of similar to what we had with the Block page. So check out the cart. So very straightforward. Should be familiar for anyone that is familiar with WooCommerce. So let's first try to customize the home page and see what extra elements they provide for Elementor. And then we'll have a look at the checkout, at the cart, customizing the cart page and then the checkout page. And in this video, I don't think we'll have a look at the customizing my account page, just to keep it short. All right, so let's jump straight to what they provide. WooCommerce site single. Where are they? So WooCommerce. Well, that's a good start. All right, so it looks like we have to go through their templates. So let's just go. Let's call it single product, or just single. Set default yes, and let's edit with Elementor. Hopefully then the elements will show up. So let's have a look. General. Oh, and here they are finally. All right. So this is for single. Well, I didn't intend to really create a single product template because Elementor can already accomplish this quite well. Products queue. Well, let's have a quick look at the products upsell while we are here, and maybe the slider control. Let's say one column. Loop to play. All right, so we can already see that there are a few things that are not working quite right there, with everything being aligned to the left below the image, so that doesn't quite work as it should. Of course, you got to keep in mind this is just released, and probably there will be a bunch of bugs. I would not recommend to try this on any live WooCommerce website for now. Let's have a look maybe at another that might be interesting. Let's see. Let's have a look at the related products. So that looks fine. Enable slider is on, but okay, so there is a slider. Let's try to the slider. It doesn't work better in this element. So we are back here. Let's add a new template for the cart page. All right, cart. Let's call it cart. It's set by default, and let's edit with Elementor. Okay, let's jump right to this ShopEngine single product. Add to cart. I don't think we need this. So cart. All right. So let's see what are the customization options. So this is the part that looks a lot like WooCommerce. Let's add the totals right below. All right, cart wrapper. So we have all these styling options. Instead of having a style, well, I guess this is the style tab already. So they don't really have the normal settings tab. They just have the style tab. So there is no settings to be customized. It's really just the basic WooCommerce stuff. But then you have the styling options. When instead of writing custom CSS, you can style it from here. So link over color, price color. Let's make this white to see if it works. And it does. So that part is good. Let's make it black. Continue shipping. Table body, the table header. Let's change the text color. That works. We cannot even change the typography in the text header for the part, so that's not great. We can change the padding too. That's something. Not much, but it's something. The background color for the table header doesn't apply to everything. So yeah, it's buggy. I would say it's not working well enough to be usable at this point. Like, not enough options, not enough. It doesn't work well enough. Let's try to make this look a little bit better by at least playing with these settings there. So let's go under positioning, width. Let's make it inline, and well, let's actually make it custom, and then let's make it like 320, and then in the column settings, let's place it to the end, horizontal, and alright, so let's have a look at maybe another empty cart message, not this one. Alright, I guess the cross-sell is the only one that's interesting we haven't looked at yet. So you may be interested in. Okay, product to show, let's say just 2. Let's also make it custom width. So in positioning, width, let's make it custom. Let's go with 700. Let's actually revert back this to space between. And if I zoom out, alright, so that's kind of decent now. The cross-sell, they have some options. They could be a slider. Enable slider, but it's enabled. Let's disable it. Alright, that's better. So adding, and let's try to change the colors. Okay, this works. We have the font size, but not, again, we don't have the font family or anything like this, so yeah, the options are quite limited. Products padding, title, so yeah, nothing to change the font families, just a few of the colors. Regular prices, nothing changed when I changed this. Probably because there are some pricing options. Sales, daily flash, background color. Okay, so that works. Typography. Oh, here we have it. So let's see, we wanted something fancy. Okay, that works. One. Alright, so this works, but it's only for the titles. Well, primary for. Let's have a look at this one here. Alright, so that changes everything except the quick view, so select options. And you may be interested in, we don't have any such option, I guess. So yeah, the options are limited. It looks a little bit buggy, as we can see. Only the first kind of yeah, the first part, the background change only on this part and then the other. Let's update and let's have a look on the front end. So this was our card before. Now if I refresh, because I set it by default, I guess it should be replaced, and it is, so that's good. At least that part is working. So we get exactly what we just set up. So that's good. So finally, in this quick first look, let's have a look at the checkout pages options. So checkout, let's go to checkout. Let's have a look at all the options there actually. Well, it looks like that's all. There is a scroll bar as if there was more option, but really there isn't any more option. Those are all the options. So there isn't yet any option for the my account page, as we can see. So checkout, check default, yes, and then edit with Elementor. So let's jump right to the ShopEngine checkout options. So checkout form, additional coupon form. The coupon form usually is at the top, so let's try to keep it there. So yeah, we can see it's the same thing that WooCommerce has. So no great customization there, only some colors. Let's see if those work. Nothing changed that I can tell. Nothing changed either. Well, that doesn't seem to work well. Info. Oh, this is... what is info? Description. Color. Nothing changing. Coupon form. Well, that doesn't seem to work much at all. Maybe the preview doesn't work for the actual coupon, but nothing changed. I guess something should have changed at least. Let's try the font size. Description, coupon, apply button. Is that what they mean? Nothing works for this. Let's try. Alright, so that's not much of a success. Let's now have a look at the checkout form. Billing, I guess, comes first. Okay, let's add a column actually, just to get something a bit more concise. So billing, layout. So styling options only as well. Enable default title. Okay, can we change the color? That works. As well as the font size, but again we cannot change anything else regarding the font styling. Form container, label. Let's try to change the labels. That works. Oh, that's good. Required indicator, the font size works, and then the margins also work, so that's good. Actually, I don't intend to change this. Let's make it back to something that looks better. Well, doesn't look really good, but let's move on. The input background, input color, let's say black. And then the background, let's say black. So the background is not working. So yep, everything seems to be half working. The width. Oh, this is for the border. I don't really want. Let's just remove it. But yeah, this works. The color works, and the color. No, the color doesn't work. We don't have any choice. Oh, here it is. So, all right. So that's starting to look really good. And then so the padding. So that would be the size of the fields. Let's make them a little bit smaller. This part works. And the margin also works. So. And finally the typography primary, let's just try both of them again. So and then this is alright. So the typography works somewhat. It doesn't work for the select menu items, but it works for the rest, so it's kind of decent. Let's now add the shipping, the code form shipping. Let me move down, and then let's pick this so we see it. Let's try to copy paste the style, which would be very useful. Hopefully that will work. Paste style, that works. Also, here the background on the fields works for some reason. So now we've got all ugly fields that weren't showing up. Alright, let's keep it like this for the sake of brevity. So it's really only styling customization that we have access to, and those styling customizations are quite limited, as we can see, and they're still a little bit buggy. So for right now, at least, I would stick with my recommendation. I actually have an article about this. So if you Google WooCommerce cart checkout customization with Elementor, you will find my article not too far off. Okay, here it is. And in this article, I actually show how you can do it with just CSS. So because this is only styling changes that we have access to with the plugin we just explored. With just CSS, it's kind of essentially the same thing. It's just that you do the CSS yourself instead of using those presets. So generally, I would still recommend a plugin like the one we just tested, because it's a lot of CSS to go in and to edit, so it can save a lot of time and trouble. But because they tend to be so buggy, most of them, well, it's not such a great idea, and you don't end up saving time when it all works. Except the one that I recommend in my article. I've been recommending it for a long time. So it's the PowerPack add-ons for Elementor. They have a WooCart and WooCheckout styler elements that just allow you to style them, like we just seen. And those work well, and they've been tested for a long time. PowerPack has been around for a long time. They add these elements for well over a year now, and they work well. So if you're looking for something like what we've just explored, and if your focus is on cart and checkout pages, I believe they now also have a my account page customization. I would definitely recommend this plugin over the ShopEngine plugin we just had a look at. So yep, that was a first look, and I hope you have enjoyed. Consider subscribing for more content like this, and let me know if you enjoyed this kind of content. Thank you.